But new states shall be new states shall be admitted to the Constitution in the Union, but no new state shall be formed or erected within the jurisdiction of another state. Now, when they say that, they're telling you cannot just make another state to put in there. So what they did was copy the state's name to pretend that it was the same state that it is. But when they read and look at the Constitution that they have, like for instance, Missouri Constitution, give me a second, I have to type it. The fourth adoption of the Missouri Constitution in 1945. Why is the fourth adoption? This is a new state erected because the Missourians was not originally white. They were actually black and Indian people, native, original indigenous peoples of this land, African American, in which they disenfranchised through the 1960.
Thyself, and when you know thyself, yep, they'll put you in the system. It's called data breaching. It's usually the FBI has a Chris code, Zava codes on you. So when you do that one time in the court, guess what? You can't get a ticket. And I watched them.
You get a control number.
Well, they just simply won't even. They have a do not. It's not even a do not taint. It's do not charge. And that's all they know because these guys working for 6 months and acting like attorney lawyers and judge executioners and shooting people on the side of the road type stuff. Because you reached in your pocket wrong, they don't know anything better. But they go back to their little computer and it says, hey, "Run." That's what it says. I could hand them a driver's license. I could give them anything I got. It doesn't matter. You don't have to disqualify anything anymore. What you do is report it, all right? Report the marriage certificate. Report the driver's license. Report the indictments. Why? Because what's going to come back to you is going to be federally backed assets and credits. And it's 2.5 times banking credits. That's why you don't need banks. You might need holding companies to protect the assets. Okay, if you don't really know what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah, because you have to have a trust out in front, right? Just like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Let's face it. They went after him. They pierced the veil to his Trump. But guess what? When they got to the beneficiary, who was the beneficiary? Another living private trust. Whoops. Sucks to be you. Yeah, they couldn't do none of that.
Veto bill of the 14th Amendment when they try to erect it in it. The president giving his consent to say, this not supposed to be happening. This is the reason why Donald Trump has the power to executive order to rescind that contract. It's a violation of international laws and it's called genocide. Now,
hey, Cool Fox.
Yeah.
Cool Fox. Can I interject for just a moment?
Yes.
Okay. So cool brother, love you, and everything you're studying here and your findings and your understandings are absolutely correct.
Right. Okay, you go on to what's called the non-master file, and nobody can find it. And the reason they can't find it is they don't know what a URF file is. When you call there and ask about it, they're going to go like, I don't know. You always want to go to the highest level when you don't call in the IRS, you're calling the Department of Treasury. Let's just make sure to get that right in Kansas. And then when you do when you're doing that, you say, look, I want you to check out that URF file. Oh my God, there it is. Yep, we're going to send that right back to you. When you bond them, it took me 90 days to make a bond because the bonds have to mature, right? That's why everybody's sitting in jail right now for 40, 50 years. What? Until they reach the age of what? Of maturity. They got to mature. Right? And that's what they're doing.
All bonds have a maturity date.
Yep.
It's just like the expiration date on your license is the maturity date of that bond.
Right, exactly. 1,000. So if you get a QSIP number, how come they go back 7 years? Boom. How come they go back 7 years? Go look. Hey, pull up any QSIP. even.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm about to link with you, though.
hey, why is my one court case $2.4 billion and I do what's called QSIP back tracing? But they went back 7 years. How do they go back 7 years on a court case? How do they go back 7 years? You got charged this date, but it went back 7 years. Read Scott versus McNeil, 1909, and you'll know the answer to that. Read it. Okay, that's conception dates.
Hey, Elvis, let me hold something, man. I'm just talking, Elvis. Let me hold something.
Anyway, guys, I love you, man. I'm just here to I'm just traveling through. I'm not driving. I'm traveling. I'm just traveling on down the road.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys too, man. Keep at it, everybody. Each one teach one. I got an order coming, so I have to run out. They're looking for me, but I appreciate all you guys, all your knowledge. I listen to you guys.
Elvis, that's from 1894.
Well, yeah, it could be in the 1909 though. Scott versus McNeil. Scott versus McNeil. MC then NEAL. He left his property for 7 years, and they took it over. He went back into his own property. Okay. Remember, everything's abandonment of your security. You don't know what it calls. Like. All right, guys. All right. Peace and love.
It doesn't deter the fact that that person can still be a doctor or a lawyer. Now they go out there in the world after they're so sheltered and they feel like, oh, all they're getting is negative influence. Low hanging fruits, right? You don't think nobody can be anything but
Heck out. Okay. So it's not that. It's a financial transaction that's taking place. And because they have the authority under the Parents Patriae Act that the state is your guardian, they have the authority to administer your estate. So what you need to do is you need to do a trademark on your name. Once you do that, no one else can trade in your name without your permission. And now the courts will not want to do business with you. The cop will not want to do business with you.
Anybody got a case? Need some help? That's what we here for. Anybody got a case? Share the love, share the live, please. Why I only got 1,300
In grace, I love it. Otherwise, in grace, I love it. Otherwise, I would be happy. But let me tell you, I've stood in front of judges on, I think, 3
Well, no, set up the, send me an email and tell me when you want to talk. Because, you know, in the morning time, I come on live 9 o'clock to 11:30 in the morning. All right.
Yeah, I just unlocked my live this morning, man. I was so excited about that.
Who was on my live this morning? You?
No, I said I just unlocked my live to where I can go live. I ain't been
To them taking money out of the trust. Okay, so if you'll do this one thing, whenever you sign your name, before of it, you put pay to the order of the capital letters name, and then you case name. I guarantee you the whole thing will stop because you're making the whole contract payable to you.
I was going to say, you make it sound... Okay, so there's a difference, in my opinion, or from my understanding, in assets and an individual. So are you encompassing that I am associated with that estate legally?
Well, we made the mistake.
I could rephrase it if I didn't make that better.
The answer that we're all looking for is way simpler than we are making it. And I've been down the whole statutory road. I've studied for 15 years. I've been arrested on the side of the road. Yes, I travel around with no driver's license or insurance. I carry the birth certificate bond in my car. The officer said that was absolutely appropriate. because I'm supposed to, according to the law, I'm supposed to show financial responsibility, not proof of insurance. So I don't go to court. I don't volunteer. I do not go. The only way I will go to court is if I'm taken in handcuffs and they drag me down there because it's contract law. And if I just show up upon some kind of ticket or summons, I'm volunteering, giving them jurisdiction just by my presence being there. So if I get drug in there, then and they call the name, I'm going to start on my terms to begin with. And that's how I won court cases, criminal charges and everything. I put the terms right from the very beginning. Okay, Your Honor, I'll agree to be the name so long as the court has the fiduciary responsibility to pay me all of the charges that's coming to the court here in my name. And I'm here to tell you, the only thing the judge is going to say is get him out of here, and the bailiffs are just going to usher you right out of court, and they're going to dismiss your case because they're not wanting to give you the money because they're trying to take money from you. It's all finances. It's all a trick to get money out of your trust. And when I let go of the Constitution, I let go of rights, and I let go of all that, and I started thinking about banking, and I started being a private banker, and I go in there, it's a banking transaction, fine, I'll give them all the money they want, so long as they just give me the original charging instrument so I can put my banker's endorsement on it. That will pay them off, and they'll let you go. So everything is banking, and you are a private banker. The law says that the citizen is a private bank, and so you just need to know how to use the power of your pen. It is the most powerful thing that you have. And if you don't want to copyright your name, then you're going to have to keep going into court and fighting these things. And so once I have copyrighted my name, they no longer want to see me. The officer just says, have a nice day. I don't make a big deal out of it anymore. I've been arrested many, many times. Not every time. Some officers understand. Some officers say, I don't know what to do with you, and they let me go. But some officers have a big chip on their shoulder, and if they can't get over on me, then they'll just make up whatever probable cause is on the top of their mind. I smell marijuana. Oh, you're drunk, or whatever. And they'll arrest me even though I haven't had one drink, and there's no marijuana, no nothing. And then they'll write that in their report, and then I have to go deal with that in court.
I have dark bags. Like I have under eyes that are dark. And I was accused of a DUI, and that was a part of it. And I said, only if I could show you a photo of me as a toddler, you know, you wouldn't be accusing me of being intoxicated. Like, probable cause. Hey, brother, hey, just going to say, recap on everything you said. Love it. Love the education. Followed you. I'm going to try it. I always challenge the system. 90% of the time, I am guilty. 50% of the time, I get away with it when I challenge it. Otherwise, I don't want all my other rights being stomped upon. Like I said, I don't pay.
And when I went back, gave me another $30,000 bond, and I got an ankle monitor. So now I didn't go to the last one I just had, but the bills bonds went in, and they're trying to get me to come in and sign their contracts. And I'm like, I don't want to sign, but I put in for a justification of the judge last Monday, and then yesterday I put in a notice for the summons to the risk management department.
Mm-hmm.
But what am I supposed to do about the bill bonds? My friend, like, it's in my name. You're going to get me in trouble. I'm like, girl, no, you're not. We're about to beat this case.
This your first time trying a case?
This far, yeah.
Oh, you fighting back, so they like, what the fuck you? Let me see what the fuck you know.
Yeah, they testing my guy. Yeah, they testing me. I can feel it.
But they ain't supposed to. They supposed to honor. They know what the fuck they doing. They supposed to honor you and let it be. If it ain't that major, you ain't killed nobody. You ain't shed no blood. So
traffic.
Driving, they gave you 30 days for drive. You on the ankle monitor for driving?
I know everybody.
So they say.
He gave me two $30,000 bonds, ankle monitor.
Wow.
Yeah, 60 days. I was in there from Thanksgiving to New Year's Eve.
Y'all gotta remember, they traded securities in the background. They created a bond.
Well, I figured you can't let that bond grow.
Elvis said, you're not responsible by the way of the taxes. That's what Elvis said.
Yes.
That's what I was gonna work on next time.
See, I'm the person that I'm going after you because you violated me. I'm gonna make that. That's that. I just go straight to it. I'm just going after you because you violated me. If you get something in the mail and you see a court case, don't you get nervous? Everybody do.
So Elvis, what would you file? What would you file in that? I know you probably don't want to come and
I
say
don't know
it.
how to do it.
What would you file if you was under that? I know what I would do it, but I don't know if I'd be all the way right. But
How do I get a copy of the contract, or can I use the
for
court
the taxes,
paper?
have a nice day.
Man, listen. You talking about what I do? Are you asking me what I would do?
I was just talking out loud. Like, what I supposed to do? A 1099 or
What you would do for real?
456?
I have to read and see what happened. But
Nah,
I mean,
I don't know about that 56.
if you keep on, they keep on. Now they just gave her 2 bonds.
Right.
Basically, am I correct?
I am 80% of the time guilty. I get off of it 50% of the time. You got to use the system. This guy has read up and fortunately won in his case in so many ways. So everybody, know your rights at the most simple base. Fight the system. Play the rules. I know they make the rules and we can't as individuals fight them on our own. But if you use their own game against them, you don't have to often put up with their bullshit. I can contest to this. Wesley can contest to this in a much bigger sense. So for everybody, you have rights. You have power. If you don't have to hire a lawyer, but reach out. People want to help you. They want to give you advice. They want to advise you of your rights and educate you and share their experiences with the police and all this other bullshit that we get harassed with. So everybody, you are entitled to information. Just reach out. I love all you guys. Fuck, I love you. I want to suck money from you for fucking violent list bullshit because I've spent so much money to the state, on traffic tickets that don't mean anything, that didn't violate anybody. I don't know. So love you guys. Yeah, absolutely. It sounds unreasonable, but it's real.
I will digress.
But I
Save those tickets. Save all the receipts for everything that you paid because you have a refund coming to you from the U.S. Treasury. And if you don't understand that yet, then keep going down that research road and you'll find out it's absolutely true. You don't have to file IRS documents. IRS documents.
Give me the affidavit that he has firsthand knowledge and not hearsay. Damn. That judge will go, oh, Houston, we got us a big name. You know why? Because she becomes a liable party now. Get it? Mm-hmm. She becomes the liable party. She's not a judge. We all know she's only administrating the account. We also know she's just acting as a commissioner because the clerk of the court is legislative and not a judicial officer. I learned that through tribunal judges, the master judges. Okay, so what they're doing is utilizing your account, but you, like somebody was saying, who's right on the money. Don't ask. You don't answer. You don't You don't come in there and tell them who you are and what you are. You just say, "Look, I'm just here." This is how I did it when they flew in special judges on me, thinking they're going to convert me. I came in as a private attorney general, in fact, and so he sat there. He called my name. They shut the doors and they put all the extra bonds, the bailiffs around you, and they're like you're trying to do all this intimidation stuff. And they sit there. They call the name. I sit down. They call the name again. I sit down. That's twice, right? Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. You got to rise, right? Jesus rose in 3 days. So the third time they called, I said, "Hey, I'm a little confused. Why the so-called wannabe Desantor beneficiary hasn't said that's his name? Because he literally is making the state of, and that particular private court of, he's telling them, you think it's the public defender who's trying to utilize your account. No, it's the prosecutor. He's representing your name to state when you go into courts. He is. You just didn't know it because he's telling you you're guilty of something and blah, blah, blah. So all you simply do when you guys master this, you won't be going into courts anymore.
It's a financial transaction. It's all about banking.
It's a financial transaction. You always are the lender. They're always the borrower. When I had these sidebars with these so-called wannabe prosecutors, when I tell you they run up to that judge and try to recuse themselves, I mean run. I don't mean walk. I mean run. Why? Because I told them about the forensic audit of the accounting. Right? I had the accounting available. I showed them accusant numbers. I said,
Did you make your own true bill as well? Or did you make a bill?
No, you don't. Okay, like in her case, she might want to think about a bill of particulars because a bill of particulars, probably not everybody knows exactly what I'm saying, but I can tell you guys are really good. But if she does a bill of particulars, it's called discovery. So what she does then is they have to prove to her that they have the delegation of authority, they have the right to contract, CFR 52-212.5, right? 8 elements in contracts. Don't use, make sure you get all the elements. Like every speeding ticket has 11 elements in it. Don't leave no elements. Get it? I used to put the cops up on the stand and I would disqualify them because they were incompetent. And I would ask them how many elements in a speeding ticket. Mark Stevens, I got that. If you guys really want to know where I'm learning, like I used to learn a lot of this stuff, a guy named David Sidney, and he talks about exemption because there's credits, debits, and exemptions. But you're going into these third-party debt collectors, you have no obligation. The only reason you're going in there is because you're scared, because through threat, duress, and coercion, because they got guns and tasers and restraining devices, and they're probably going to come try to capture you. But they're not going to capture you when you report the accounting. They're going to make sure that nobody ever touches you. I could get an escort right out of Texas right now. An escort. Why? Because if I got damage in Texas again, Texas would be liable for it. You get it? Just being honest.
Plus the hearing, or can I do that in writing?
You could do that. You could do like a writ of habeas corpus, perfect the writ. Because remember, the judge is creating a writ on you. That's how you got the ankle bracelet. He created the entitlement order. See, you are the
Give me another bond because I made a writ of habeas corpus the first time.
Yeah, but maybe you didn't perfect it right. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's the thing when we're talking about like on these calls that are live like this. Like a lot of people that were doing GSA bonds and all that, but I get so many people out. Trust me. I just simply put everything into what I call bank. It's called look up the word involuntary bankruptcy. Okay, and then I want you to look up Article 9. How to disqualify a judge. You can actually write a writ over the judge who adjudicated over your case. I don't teach that, but
that's what forensic do. She move it over and she do all that.
Yep, that's what I do.
I sent the injunction in yesterday to the risk management department.
Yeah, but that's public. Listen to me. Look, right. Risk management, federal tort liens, Title 42 USC 1983, 85, all that crap.
No.
All that is you're collapsing the public side of right? That's called, if you look it up, the words are called merger and extinguishment. I did allodial land patents. I took over counties before. Okay, because I understand what quiet, quick claims and quiet titles are all about, and I realized that there's not one person, no county of, state of, or anybody had the ability to become an owner of a piece of property, right? But that's back in my day. That goes into billing errors, opting out, and arbitration. You guys are always given a remedy. The remedy is called grace. Remember, when they took all your vote and civil, they gave you what's called grace. So what is it? Every year you sit down at Thanksgiving, you always saying grace. And what else did they give you? It's called the prayer for relief. What is your prayer for relief? You know what it's called? Your Social Security. But see, we've been using the front and the banning securities in the front side of it. Marriage licenses, driver licenses, credit cards, high school diplomas, dental licenses. And that's all public. Back side of that is called the exemption, and there's no funding there because you haven't used it. When you put a bonded silver surety bond on the back side of that, let it mature, now you report all taxes. All they're doing when they create those bonds and they're doing all these contracts, and I'll guarantee you will ask them right now, young lady, I want you to call them tomorrow, tell them that you need a certified copy of the court case and you need certified copies of the indictments. Watch what happens. They get nervous. See, no one's asking them for the actual contract. What do you do with the contract? Report the taxes. Why? I got the prima facie evidence. You've been utilizing my account. I'm the lender. You're the borrower. You tricked me. You made me the borrower, the trustee. So what you do, you report it. And by the way, it's a 4506A form. Why? Because there's no probable cause ever attached to any indictment. So therefore, the incident was deficient to begin with. And the clerk always signs outside those four corners. Therefore, she believes that she's not a liable party. But guess what? BS. I'll get her name on that piece of paper. She's insufficient because she didn't do her job properly. She signed in the wrong place.
She can't stand me.
You guys realize how powerful you are? You'll change this world. Trust me. When you get it. Right? You guys are very close. I can tell. You guys are right there. When you learn what's, look right down this word, qualified bankers accept restrictive endorsements. You go to the bank all the time. Don't you sign the front of the check? Don't you flip it over? How come you didn't do that when you went into one of the other banks called a private banking association called a 501c church? Flip it over. Yeah. Flip the indictment. Flip the writ. Okay, the complaint. Place the order. Flip it over. Walk out. Instead, you got a thing around your leg because you become the what? The holder. The trustee. Are you the trustee? The trustee is the taxpayer, the liable taxpayer. That's what you're doing. Now you're gonna hang on there until you mature to maturity because of the bonds. Just collect the whole enchilada. And how do you do that? You get prima facie evidence of the actual writ in the order, and then you bundle that with a complaint and you send it in the Department of Treasury. Now, if you haven't done any of that yet, I always do what's called letter of forgiveness. There's 3 words. Please forgive
Sorry
me.
and thank you.
Thank you. That's how you write the Department of Treasury, by the way.
Please, sorry, and thank you. I learned that from you.
But they're the ones
Thank you, elders. I appreciate you.
who complain. We verify. Right? They want you to argue. We don't argue. We verify. We don't swear. We don't swear to God and make declarations. Why? Because we're the sons. We are the child of the Most High. You're utilizing my stuff. You want me to argue. You want me to do blank endorsements. You want CPS to come in. You want me to do all these things. And guess what? You don't have authority to do so. Because I am the living. And shame on the other brothers and sisters out there trying to make a living. I'm just doing my job. Taking your kids, taking your cars, taking your property, taking your homes. Just doing my job, really. I couldn't do that job for 1 second of my life. Taking something. It's making no sense to me.
That's what they win. Stealing. All they doing is stealing.
Thank you, because I had text you earlier, so you.
Was that can't hear me?
I texted your phone earlier today, but don't. Okay, thank you so much.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll document and send it to them and say, hey man, I see you trying to get in touch with me, but I will not show up to your court. If you read my documents, it's also in my Discord.
Knock your ass up, bro.
If you want to talk, you can talk when I'm finished. But if you don't want to, then I'll go ahead and. You're worried about locked up. I'm not. I'm not worried about locked up. I'm worried about my rights here. It's a difference. You can be.
Not locked up for my rights, bro. That's what
Give him 5 minutes. He's gonna explain it.
I did not say anything that you're saying was wrong. I am telling you the process, and if you don't want to learn, that's fine by you. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm not talking against your experience.
Yeah, he's not
I'm telling you
contesting you.
exactly what I did in order for me to show that the law do exist. I am telling you exactly what I did. You cannot tell me.
Yes,
you cannot
Matt,
tell-
just
you
let him
cannot
do
tell me about my
it.
experience.
Let's let Mac explain his situation. If we get full context, then maybe we can give him more of a directive.
No, he don't need no. He
keeps interrupting. He's not
don't want to
letting
do that. You just want to talk. You just want to talk. You just want to have a conversation. And we can't have it right now. So let Matt go ahead and sit down for now. He's going to learn either in the live or something. Now, here's the principle, guys. It's rules and regulation that they follow. So I figure out that when they just go in there for the first time, they can actually dismiss the case without giving you too much of an eye fine. They just pay the court costs and leave. The first offense. The second offense, I go in and make sure I invoke the constitutional rights that I have, such as the jury trial. Because they said they want to go to trial, and I said, let's go to trial immediately. And immediately, the first day I go into the court, I invoke the trial. They said to come back the next day for a trial. When I look, there's no jury. So then right there and then, I invoke my jury trial. I said, it did not came forth, and you said that this was a trial. So where's the jury, and where's the jurisdictional authority? And they did not have it. So I said, dismiss this case immediately, because he violated due process laws. He was frightened to hear me say it and trying to swift to get me out of court. I said, do you want me to judge over you? I said, no, you don't have no authority to judge over me in the first place, right? You did not say if I accept any terms and condition, then I will abide by your rules and regulations, right? And they said yes, and I said I respectfully decline. I want my jury, and since it's not here today, you need to dismiss the case. Then, well, you got to come back for another. I said, I'm not coming back here. I came here twice, and that's money for me to leave. I left my job, I left this, then, and third. You want everybody here getting paid. You are costing me money. So you say, if you want me to come back here, you have to pay me $5,000. If you want to look, you can go ahead and check my discard out. You'll find these 2 mails in there. That's me, put them in there for mine. And my discard is right here. You can, guys, if you want to see it, that's my experience. My discard is right here. And if you want to look for my case, you won't find it. But you can look up my name if I did left my name there. And this is my discard right there. And it's also on my page of the Kufax page. I can go in there and read it. And it said, I think it's where. Let me see. Let me see which one of these it's in. Let me make sure. I think it's letter to the judge right here. Documents to the judge. And these are my documents here. You can go read them and exactly what I wrote. They dismissed that case in flying colors after the second letter, right? The second letter, they dismissed the case. Now I know that the rules of law existed. The third one, they came at me to try to tell me that I have no license plate and yada yada yada, and the third, and then want me to come. So I did not send them out the documentation until the last day when they want me to come to the court. I went into court first, and I tell him that I want a discovery. I said, to dismiss this case because you don't have no jurisdiction. He got to push the case and said, well, that doesn't have no legal standing, but he cannot prove that jurisdiction doesn't have no legal standing. I say, hey, you're acting in Traveris. And no matter of fact, if you're going to force me or compel me to come back to court, I tell you what, I need a discovery to come on my house. I need all of the jurisdiction, delegation of authority, and I need that there in the third. Nothing came to me. Since nothing came to me, I wait for 1 day before the next court date and mail them a documentation. They get it the next day after the court date, and then they try to say that I did not show up and they want to put a failure up here. So now I'm testing the water again, another way, different way. So now I establish myself as a foreign national because I am a foreign national. And since I established myself as a foreign national, then the Treaty of Vienna Convention is invoked. In other words, if they want to arrest me, they have to have consent my government. And since they never consent my government, everything that they do is ultra vires. Now, I do not live in the state because I do not have an address in the state. I rescind all the address documentation and stop mailing coming to that house and do mailing to the post office box. So every time they try to send a mail to that house, it would never come. It would go straight to the post office and go right back to them, unable to mail to me. So now in their system is so that I do not exist in their state. I do not live in their state, so that I do not have the address in the state, so they cannot say, oh, yes, you're a resident of the state.
Hey, cool. Mac is back. I want to hear contextually what his situation consisted of. Can we just give him a moment to explain where he's being oppressed and what advice he might need to... Come on in, brother.
Man, you can't... It works. He said it does work, but you have to go through a process. It's gonna take months and weeks and
months and years. I've done it.
Yeah, like I tried it. They locked me up because I was black. That's all. Like basically, I was black.
Mac, it's not because you're black. It's just because you don't know the process, brother.
Bro,
I don't know what to invoke.
I know the process. I know the codes. I know the numbers. I know everything.
I'm listening to you talk, and you don't.
I've done it. The same thing you're talking about, I've done it.
So why do all of mine take Georgia? Why do all of mine
I'm in Georgia.
Let me respond to you.
I'm in the state of Georgia.
Why do all of mine take 4 months?
They wasn't. I sat there and speak the codes and all that, and I'm a Mason. I sat there and speak the codes and all that, everything you talking about. They sent me to another judge.
4 months.
They sent me to a judge that really ain't for that.
Why do all of
mine? Sent me to a judge that's really gonna send you down the road. And I spoke the same thing to that judge. You know what that judge said? You know what? We're gonna go ahead and lock you up until you sit there and figure out what you need to do.
That's exactly why you get it locked up, because you don't know what to do. When they lock me up, they let me out.
Did you listen to anything I just said?
I just heard you and I tell you that you don't know what to do to get
All
yourself
the
out.
codes, all the numbers that you're speaking
Bro, you're not listening to
did
nothing what
that
I
as
said.
well.
You're not listening to what I said. If you tell me that you tell them that you are a foreign national, you are lying. Because you never did that.
Man, you crazy, man.
What international code did you give them on international laws? Let me hear it.
Bro, they call, I can't be no black, I can't be no slave, I can't be no...
And that's the problem right now. You just going and telling me...
I'm Indian, bro.
You're telling me that you do it, but you did not properly did it, bro. I know you did not properly do it because you did your voice.
Bro. But they telling us that we...
Bro, I know what you're saying, but you're not invoking
bro, I got all the
steps.
codes, all that, bro. I tried that in Georgia.
Man, that's
I'm in
chill, bro.
Georgia.
I know where you at. I know where you at. I know where you at. And I did something for a girl in Georgia.
You're talking too much. You're talking too much. You make your radio off. But your radio off. It worked with the first judge. It didn't work with the second judge. The second judge locked my ass up, bro. And he locked me up because he sat there and wanted me to give up on the codes and conducts of the same thing you're speaking about.
Did you give up?
I didn't give up.
So what? What's the end of the case?
And I got locked up. I stayed in jail for 2 months, and that case got dismissed because
And then how much money you get out of it?
Same topic.
How much money did you get out of it afterwards?
I didn't have to spend no money. I ain't got no money.
I never said spend no money. I never said no spend no money. Pay attention to what I said. How much money did you get out of it afterwards?
Bro, I ain't got nothing. I got out of jail.
Why you did not get no money?
Can I take 2 minutes of this?
Hold on. Why you did not get no money?
You know why I ain't got no money.
Don't interrupt him. Let him talk. Why you did not get no money?
You are an immigrant. You are not from this country, so you.
I don't want to hear that shit, man. Just tell me why you did not get no money.
You're telling you the truth, and I know you
why
don't want to.
Why you did not get no freaking money? Are you speaking or not? Tell me why. You can't because you did not do the process, and that's exactly what I'm telling you.
Cool.
You're the goddamn mouth and don't want to listen to nothing nobody said. So I'm listening to you, and you trying to tell me. Because you don't know it. And you don't want to accept it. You don't know.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, you could have got some damages.
I'm a citizen.
Violations.
I'm a citizen of the United States. I have been innocent of crimes I've been prosecuted for. But the court system decided I was guilty. So they play, like you know, by their own rules. They set their own standards. They make the rules. And so unfortunately, and in a big sense,
all I'm saying,
they could not face against a larger system. When you appeal cases and they get pushed up to the federal court, they get scrutinized in a much more reasonable way. But when I fight against a city or in court in the United States, a city, a state, whoever's prosecuting me, if I am innocent, but if they, for some reason, just don't care and they want $500, they will rule in the favor, against me because of gray laws, like disorderly conduct. They'll say, you're acting disorderly. Well, what
I got locked up for in Georgia. Disorderly conduct.
So
but we got the right to freedom of speech, the First Amendment.
And cool. Listen, brother, I know you're so educated and you've got a good hand and you've had experience in the system. Just give this guy 1 second because as fair as it is meant to be, it's not always as fair. And he has probably been mistreated and unfortunately misevaluated what his crime is, what the prosecution is accusing him of. Let's just give him 1 minute, 2 minutes. Let's let him explain his situation, what state he's fighting against. Let's get the fully contextually
Georgia.
And we can help him. Once we know what's going on, we can advise him of what his rights are and what avenues he can go through, or what justifiably he can explain in court. Let's just give this guy 3, 4, 5 minutes just to say something,
I'm
and
gonna
then
use
we'll
my
finish.
mic after this. I understand what you're saying, and I wish the government and the judicial system felt how you're speaking.
Can I
I'm
speak
black
for a second?
in America. It doesn't work like that, bro.
It's Mac's turn. Mac's got 3 minutes, undisturbed.
Can I say one thing?
Can I say something before he gets
Nobody can say anything. It's Mac's turn.
Yeah, wait, hold on, Pounder
Mac.
Mouth.
Hold up. Okay, Matt. I get what you're saying. Once you learn everything what Cool Fox is saying, it's gonna work in your favor. Because
I gave the codes. I went to court.
Let me
I went to court
Listen,
with the numbers
listen,
in the
listen, let
codes.
finish.
Can I talk? All I'm saying, at the end of the day, we are not U.S. citizens. If you are melanated, you are not a U.S. citizen. So we have to do another route. We have to do another route.
I don't mean to interrupt, but that's
Go ahead, you do what you want to do. You stay in jail. I don't give a damn.
that what the court showed me. I'm not trying to
All
interrupt.
right. Hold up. Go ahead.
Fox, and we had a night. 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 Things. Did you have permission? What was the situation on how it happened? Was it a violation of due process? There's plenty of gray areas. That's the only gray area I see. And the young lady is right. You are not a United States citizen. You were never intended to be a United States citizen. And the Supreme, and it's still on the books. It never changed. And then all this thing about saying that you black, well, you don't have no standing in law.
That's what black means.
And let me ask you this question right here.
I agree with Pound.
How can the state be a party to their own action?
Bro, I went there with everything.
You versus the state. It cannot be you versus the state.
Well, y'all come down here and y'all see if it's sweet.
Look, I used to live in Georgia.
What it is. I tried everything that y'all said. I did that. And it didn't work. They don't care.
I used to live in Georgia. I done challenged the courts on everything. So I know what you're saying. It was only till I got wiser and smarter to understand that, okay, you go do this. Everybody you dealing with is an officer of the court. So it has to be a third party. They can't oversee their own action. How can the cop be an officer of the court when he appear in court? And he works for the city or wherever you got pulled over at. The judge is employed by the city.
I'm not trying to interrupt you, but you have to come down here and you have.
I used to live there.
They said I'm not sovereign. They sent me to another judge, and that racist. White.
He's not racist. No, he understood that you didn't know how to handle the situation. You're drafting bonds in your name.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Right? He didn't understand. And that's what I'm trying to say. He pretend like he understand. You just saying I use, bro. You can quote God's law.
Man,
if
y'all
you
gotta
don't understand the God's law,
I get what y'all saying.
The Bible itself said this. The Bible itself said, study to show. You are invoking laws that you don't even understand, much less to get approved by them. Say to me,
Come to Georgia,
it would not be approved.
You gotta understand.
Yeah, but Mac, you gotta understand the law of the land is the This is the Constitution outside of common law. But what you're quoting is not. Yeah, well, whoa. Pump your brakes, Matt. Pump your brakes, though. Because the bottom line is, if you're reciting codes and statutes and titles and stuff, that's their shit. You're supposed to be of the land, so you need to be using common law, using that Constitution, and finding those violations in that, not statutes and codes.
Right. That's where
you went wrong at.
Right. That's where you see.
Can I ask Mac a
It's
question?
the discrepancy in law. Whenever the common law does not give you your relief that's sought, that's why you go. If they never had the jurisdiction in the first place, why are you going through those motions?
And where do you find equity? And where do you find equity?
County.
Where do you find equity, Hollywood? Tell him where you find equity, Hollywood. Tell him where you find equity.
You gonna go to the proper venue all the way up in Chancery.
And you give
Superman performance. Superman performance. Superman performance. Superman performance.
Problem with it.
If you do have those roles,
down here.
Hey, Mac, I live in
It don't work
Georgia.
that way. The law is uniform throughout the states.
No, hold on. Give me a second. Let me ask Mac a question, please. Mac, I live here in Georgia. You say you was using codes and all that, right? Do you know who made up the codes?
Yes, I know who made up the codes, but they sent me to another judge that was racist as fuck.
Okay, hold on. Well, you said, yes, you know who made up the codes. Could I ask you a question? Who made the codes up?
Them.
Them as in who? Who is them?
Man, come on, bro. You know who them is.
Okay, you got a driver's license?
No.
No, I'm just asking. No, hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second with Mac. He'll understand after this. He'll understand after this. No, hold on. Matt, you said them, and I know who them are, but can you tell me who them are? Because them is plural, man. It's a bunch of people. Who you're saying them?
White tees, bro.
No,
White tees
bro.
is black.
No.
My
Listen.
judge said that he accepted the codes, but he sent me, once he figured out that I knew those codes, he sent me to another judge
Okay, here's the thing, Matt.
that wouldn't respect those codes.
You're saying codes, okay? You have the Code and Conduct of Georgia.
Henry
You have the
County.
Code of Georgia.
If you
Okay, here's the thing.
Georgia, Henry County, bro.
Oh yeah, I live right here in Clayton. See, here's the thing, right? And I've been down to Butts County for a case too as well, right up under Henry. So here's the thing, right? You were using codes. You see what I'm saying? The lawyers, all of the lawyers in the bar.
I didn't have no lawyer. I was representing myself.
Bro, I didn't say you had a lawyer. Bro, listen, hold on.
Matt, just listen. Listen.
I didn't say you had a lawyer. I said all of the codes that you're quoting to that judge is made by the bar. All of the codes you're talking about, the Code of Georgia, the Uniform Commercial Codes,
Who's the bar?
United States codes are made by the bar. So
Who's the bar? Who controls the bar?
Nack, you're asking
The
a question.
same one that running the administrative process. The same one that running the administrative process. The other bar. The other bar.
Sadducees and Pharisees.
The code is the Constitution. You have to stay with the Constitution, and your mainstay with the Sixth Amendment. Okay? Now, you also have to remember that the courtroom that you're in is up under a admiralty law jurisdiction.
Administrative admiralty maritime.
Right. Also, right. So what you're doing, you're giving them codes And they're saying, does he know what he's talking about? He's telling us he's on our side. So what we do, he seems confused, so we'll lock his ass up. So till he get his mind together and use the Constitution. The Constitution is for we the people. You have to remember that the judge, the bar, and all these attorneys and the police, all these people work for the people. They work for us. So now if you use the Constitution up under mainly the Sixth Amendment, you can go to other amendments, the 14th and whatever, as far as the citizens concerned. But the Sixth Amendment...
No, we're not citizens. We're not 14th Amendment
citizens. As far as the citizen is concerned, because someone said something about citizens, and they need to understand about the citizen up under the 14th Amendment. So let me finish. Let me land the plane. Let me land the plane, Mac. And here's the thing: when you go to them with this commercial understanding, you would know that you have to fight them up under the common law, which is the Constitution.
What the judge told me, Mr. Johnson. You got everything in the right perspective. You know what you're talking about. I'm still going to give you 30 days in the Department of Health. You know what I'm saying? Like, he acknowledged that shit.
What were you saying to him? Can you give us the verbiage of what were you saying to him?
And also, what type of
everything that we're talking about.
You're talking codes.
Look here.
Again, you're telling them codes.
Inside of their little statutory game, if you fail to object, you agree.
With the black judge, I went to the black judge with the codes, and the black judge was like, "You're right." He was like, "You're right."
So no one can tell you not to say codes. So keep saying codes, and you'll keep going to jail.
Let me say this one thing. Look, what I'm trying to tell you is this: the judge is supposed to be in a form, that particular court you was in, it can be considered to be arbitrarily, right? So he's supposed to be biased. So he can't say, well, yeah, you're right about the law, but I'm going to give you 30 days anyway.
That's what he did.
Wait. Did you mention the Judiciary Act? 1789?
I didn't do. I did my 30 days, and my 30 days I did.
I can't see what you missing. Well, you missing everything. You allowing them to tell you what to do.
Man,
you hold on, you're extending credit to them.
I went wrong with this drug game. Like,
I know, man, ain't nothing
what I was saying was right.
Look, listen to what I'm saying. You're extending credit to them.
Right.
Ain't you the only one swore in and raised the hand and did all this? Who else signed anything? Except you. So you volunteered. And equity does not aid a volunteer.
Can I ask a question? If you do choose to participate,
go ahead.
So, I mean, when you're looking at this, you already understood, and I wanted to say something to the effect of what you said about using that Constitution. No, that's their trust indenture. I don't work for them. I'm not an officer. I'm not a agent holding office. I have no relation to them. I have no contract. No, I'm a Moor. I don't care. I'm not Moorish. I'm a Moor.
You basically saying you're sovereign. And then not to hear that in the state of Georgia.
All right, but brother, you like
sovereign.
Look, known as the Constitution, state that the people are the sovereigns of the land.
Bro, everything you saying, I did that. Like,
no, you didn't. Did you mention the Judiciary Act and tell him to take?
I mentioned everything.
Were you seeing
the Supreme Court told you that that's ministerial. Real judges don't oversee statutes
and codes.
Well, you know, well, look at the definition of a code. What is a code? Something you can't break.
Well then, taco salad.
Either king, emperor, imperial, or a citizen is subject.
You're up on.
A citizen is subject.
I might not believe it, but that's what I.
Look, man, and I guarantee you that the prosecutor went over his shoulder, tapped on the right shoulder. That man sent you up the river.
Hey, but I tell you what, man, he'll probably learn a little bit more like we all did. And I like Cool Fox, man, and I would like for him to continue, man, because brother, he'll pick it up. He'll pick it up pretty soon. But let's move on, bro. Let's move on.
Yeah, just go sit in court, man, and watch it. That's what happened to him. What happened to him is his era, and he'll learn from his era.
He's trying. He's trying.
Yeah, he's getting there.
He's
a
trying,
young man.
but I could tell that he's trying, but he does not understand the things that he's trying, and he won't accept that he doesn't understand.
No, hold on, Cool Fox. You're on a real good level right now, bro. But don't look down on him. Look straight at him.
I will help him in a minute. I will help him in a minute because he's my brother.
Fox, don't yell at him like that, man. Just because we all listening to you, man. We know you cool, and keep it cool, man. We loving what you do, man, and I'm loving what you do, man. So keep it going, man. We got.
Listen, I love the dude. I would let him get what he needs.
Each one teach one, man. We each one teach one, and I'm learning.
I think I overreacted. And you're right about that.
Can I have 10 seconds? Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, Pound.
Being a citizen of the United States, yes, there is rule of law, and there's a system in place. But unfortunately, I have inserted myself in in persecutions where I was innocent and found guilty. The system is, I'm not sure under what circumstance, if it's profitable, if it's truly trying to redirect the behavior of the public, but every once in a while, and because case, and I want to push it to a higher court, and the effort can be done. It may not always be effective or worth it, but it happens so differently. I've fought cases in different states under the same ruling, had different outcomes. So clearly, the United States is a system that who they want to find guilty or not. So yes, he is fighting the system under its governed rules and what may supersede it on a federal level. But let me just explain to everybody, the state has so much power. They can not only tow your car, but they can claim it. They can say, hey, under our jurisdiction, we're going to seize it. We're going to seize this property. Your property is now ours. Now, 50 states, it varies. But
that's not absolutely true. Right, they're seizing your car because you purchased your car from some type of finance, and they automatically car with the DMV or whatever. They get rid of the original bill of lading, which is known with what everybody calls MSO or MCO. That's a bill of lading. That means the property was delivered to the payee. You understand what I'm saying? You already purchased it. They were supposed to take whatever you did, finance and everything included. They were supposed to take that to 1 to 2 windows and receive dollar for dollar for whatever was financed.
So why don't y'all sit there and go in my inbox and text me everything that I tell this when I go
I'm telling you right now because
tomorrow. The point I'm making is the feds have power and the state has power. And if you live in the state, they can fuck you up.
I know you ain't let me finish flying. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Let me land. Look, because what I was going to get into is when you were talking about that. No, what it is you have 30 union states, right? Everybody else is territorial states. And the only reason they're territorial is because people volunteer to be up under that. I don't use no 14th Amendment. 14th Amendment, I don't use nothing past the 10th Amendment. And the only reason I'm using any of those amendments is to remind them of their trust indenture, not to transgress. I use treaty. Brother, hold on. Brother, I'm not even in that court. They only getting one notice from me. And that nude. And I'm taking you to a court of chancery.
And teach me how. Go in my inbox and teach me how. Show me how. Send me the code, the laws.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give you the best teaching you can get. Free Gibson book on suits and chancery.
Nick Mack, you see?
Bro, send it to my inbox, bro. Please. If y'all can help me.
I might not know how. Do you see in the chat? I'm the fourth chat.
Talk about it. Help me. Goddamn.
I told you.
All TikTok wants me to do is send you gifts.
It's gonna give you
all your number to my inbox.
I'll tell you how.
I'm trying to. I'll figure it out.
Follow me, and I'm send it to
Rule number one with this shit. You can't get angry about it.
Who is that said that? Who is that said that?
It's Hollywood. You gotta be still in mind, bro. You can't let nobody move you. How somebody gonna control you? That's like you said, man, you getting on my nerves. So somebody literally walking on your nerves?
Bro, I'm telling you, I understand what you're saying, brother, but it doesn't work like that.
Yes, it do. I've been I'm Detroit.
I'm telling you.
I done been to all type of jails and prisons in Georgia. You don't think I felt the way you felt? I went through the same thing you went through. But I had to steal my mind and understand
stopping me.
what's really going on.
Stopping me because they know I'm originally from South Carolina, but I don't have a Georgia ID. So they basically just want money. I make good money, but they basically already know what it is.
They force you to do business with them?
Yes. Yes.
Fox, man, can give you a real good idea on a lot of things you need to know because he's got the big.
Like, don't talk about it on the live because the live is gonna go away. All us are gonna go out the live. Like, inbox me, bro. I need y'all help.
All right, let me say something really quickly. Spiritual Warrior, can you drop so I can let some other guests come up and chime in? Sorry, y'all.
If y'all want me to, but I want the person to say he was gonna give me his number and not like I'll drop. Like, I really need y'all help.
Hey, Mac, it's me, brother. Listen, I fought the court so many times. I only win 50% of the times. Only the time they win is 20% justifiable. They're corrupt. You have to play them at their own game. I do not doubt that this guy has the factual information. I am not TikTok. No, I'm trying to follow you or inbox you.
I just followed you, pal. I just followed you.
You followed me? Okay. Message me because the court system is...
Watch this. I'm gonna show you a little small thing. There's a little small thing here.
I'm just saying, I don't care where the help comes from. I just need help.
This is authenticated document, right?
I don't give a damn if you orange, blue, yellow, green, or brown. Like,
you know what? You might make a justifiable case, but the court may not accept it. Because states, weirdly, when I'm innocent, find me guilty. How does that happen? I don't fucking know. But they do it, because they want the money.
They do it to everyone. But before we go on, thank you for coming up, Lorenzo. Was it something you want to add to the conversation?
Yeah, I'm just amazed at what is going on. I've been listening to you guys, and it's very interesting. Well, let me introduce myself with my accent from Africa, Central Africa, and I've been here for 18 years for counting. And I came here and kind of figured out the judicial system. Actually, it's just a scam that a religion that was set in place is an illusion, and fortunately or unfortunately, they got the masses who believe in this religion, and it's only effective if you buy into it and you participate in it. Well, we all are caught up in it anyway, but if you make it easy for them by being subservient, domesticated and controlled, they have a hold on you. So what actually it is that it's a big illusion that exists, and just participating in it is already being a servitude in it. So I figured it out to the point where I started standing up to them and challenging them about the so-called system. And fortunately, it worked out for me so good that I use it to help my folks, especially black folks. That is my priority. I don't care about any other race. So I've been using it to help brothers and sisters here in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta, taking them out of child support, taking them out of drugs. So what actually it is that I'm going to break it down from my point of understanding and where I came from. We have two kinds of world in the United States. We have the civilian world and we have the military world. Now, before you become military, they let you get to that age where you have some level of comprehension, where you are able to make decisions on your own. They presume you are able to make decisions on your own. So they give you that position of you voluntarily giving up your rights, and you sign a form called the UCMJ form, and you give them the right to have authority over you, or what we call jurisdiction. So when you become military, you become subservient under the military rule. Now in the civilian part of it, it is all deception and illusion. Now they treat it as the military style, which is actually not. Joining the military, you sign a contract that exists and you get in voluntarily. In the civilian world, when you come out of your mom, everything is by presumption. From the birth certificate.
I want to interrupt, but I want to say this. In America, soon as you sign that birth certificate or that social security card, you under a contract.
Okay. Now, there is something called knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily entering a contract is different from entering a contract by deception. Those are two different things.
I thought he know that.
So every contract that is legitimate, there are 4 elements that come with it. There must be an offer. There must be meeting of the minds. There must be a freely given voluntary consent, and there must be a consideration.
Right. There you go. It needs to be consideration, the meeting of the minds. Everything he just said was actually right, true, and exact. You see, But the thing is, now you only have you have the county recorder, you have the doctor, and then you have the registrar on your birth certificate. So it was technically already authenticated. But
Do you know where the oh, I'm sorry, you are still talking, I'm listening.
no, okay, no. So what I'm saying is, now where was the consideration given to you? Where is the opposite side that's signing the birth certificate?
When you talk of signing that birth certificate and all of that, there was no offer in the first place. None. They
And it
just
wasn't
give you
you.
something signed here. Am I correct?
Correct.
Now when you get a job or you join the military, you see the offer and you read it and you go for it. Now that is an offer. And then you go, what is on the table? They tell you this is what is on the table, this. You have some level of comprehension. You voluntarily get in there. It's not deceptive. Job, military, or whatever. Those are things that you get in renting an apartment. All of those are things that you see those offers and you go for them. That is different.
You know what? Since you brought that up, that just brought something to my mind.
Okay.
How do they consider you to be a minor when they can't contract with a minor?
Exactly. Now, brother, this is the question that I have to every one of you on this platform, right? Did any one of you choose to be governed? Did anyone choose to be governed?
Nobody here.
Now, if you consider yourself as a free human being, right? Let me say that you go to Walmart and purchase something and you don't want it back, and you don't want it. Do you have the right?
Teach us that in America. They don't teach us none of that. Don't sign this. Don't sign.
I was going to say, can I
No,
get
what
to
I'm
this?
simply-
The question,
simply-
the question is not appropriate for American citizens. Did I choose to do this? No, I was born in this country. Like, I did not contractually agree. Can we contextually go over American citizens and their participation in the government? Because, cool, yes, you're absolutely right. These are the rights that people have and that they should initiate when they're dealing with legal systems. But just for a moment, can we talk about American citizens, naturalized or immigrants who have
Now,
when
you say citizen, right? When you say citizen, I want us to look at it deeper in another perspective, right?
born in or willing to participate too.
Okay, let me ask King Fox.
They tell us to. Somebody on this panel tell us you didn't sign your child's birth certificate. But
it doesn't matter.
Just signing the contract.
Right, but that doesn't affect the child. The child didn't do it.
What's your signing your child to a contract to the government?
They did not consent or sign their name. They're natural born citizens.
No, that's not true. Look, hey,
I have a question for you.
You're born sovereign. You're born sovereign.
I have a question for you all, please. I want us to put on our critical thinking hats.
Right, I was about to put it on for you. Look, King Fox, this is all I want you to do is pull up the definition of registration, right? And go back and do the Edamon on it, where it goes back to Regis under the king.
Lorenzo, if Cool doesn't pull it up, can somebody pull it up so we can really talk about?
Registration is permission.
So basically,
I was gonna say, I was like, let's really dive in real quick.
Security card and all that is a contract.
And also,
it's not a contract; it's a unilateral
registration. It is a contract. And we're not the United States of America anymore. We are the Republic of the United States. Like right now, we are the Republic of the United States. I don't know that.
The technical name is the United States of America and Congress Assembly.
We are not the United States of America anymore.
Look.
No, we're back to being United States of America.
Put his hand on the Bible. When he got
corporation. Stop.
I have a question for.
That's not what that is. Wait a minute. That's not what that was all about. Because we are back to the Republic. That's why. That Bible was for those the U.S. corporation. They swear their hand onto that Bible. Okay, so by him not. Yeah, by him
everybody,
not,
let's give the host a chance to speak.
Thank you. By him not putting his hand on the Bible, that means that he is resurrecting the whole Constitution 1 through 13. All that other stuff after 14 on is all the corporation. So we're back to the Republic. This is the first time we've ever been in a republic, like living under the Republic. Like, I'm so excited about it. Like, I'll talk to my friend about, like, oh my God, like, even our grandparents didn't even get to live in the Republic, like under the Republic. Yes, I'm excited.
Are we the Republic of the United States?
Yes, we are the Republic. We are the Republic, the United States of America, not the U.S. corporation. We are the USA.
So what she's saying is that democracy, you can vote, but you vote for the person who makes the decision.
This is a
That's
republic.
What a republic is.
There was never a democracy. Democracy was for invasion.
Yes, that's what they were pulling on us.
No, listen, there is no democracy. That was for you.
I know we ain't in the United States of America no more.
We are. We've been in the United States of America the whole time. But the thing is that there is two entities on this land operating, okay? There's two entities operating on the land at the same time. The original, which is the Republic, the Constitution 1 through 13, and the U.S. corporation, which is a corporation, not a government.
14 to 27.
So what they've been using on us is maritime law, which is the law they used on you, which they really should be using common law. That's that's man's law, okay? Not the stuff they made up. Yes, not what they made up with all these statutes and codes.
Right.
We are the Republic. That Republic is represented by that Constitution. And that's what they're supposed to be upholding. And this is why we're supposed to know this information to hold their feet to the fire.
Articles of Confederation.
The first 10 is the Bill of Rights. The first 10 amendments.
That's it. That's all you need right there. Anything
that's
after that, don't even mess with that. Because that's dealing with corporations.
Remember, man, you got to stay on the Sixth Amendment with these people, man. Don't go no higher or lower. Sixth Amendment, man. Read it, study it, digest it. Read it, study it, digest it, man. Read the Sixth Amendment, study it, digest it, bro. And there's your answer.
Yeah, you could get you a little pocket one right on Amazon. A little pocket one they got.
Bro,
carry it around everywhere you go.
What y'all saying? But they are these judges. Listen.
We can't keep hearing you say that until you actually do some work, Matt. So you're not gonna keep sitting in here saying that when we're telling you what you need to do so you could get on the road.
What you speak is what you are.
And they're not going for that. I'm speaking everything that y'all saying. If you don't, they will lock me up for that.
All right, look. Okay, yeah, they locked me up a whole bunch of times. And guess what? You know what I did inside the institution? I learned.
I did too.
All right,
I have breaking news for you all, though.
Why are you saying it like that? Like, oh my God, they go, man, ain't nobody doing nothing to me.
I have breaking news for you all.
And what is that?
Go ahead,
The breaking news is that these people have no dignity. They have nothing but violence. Law is good. They do what they like. They have qualified immunity. They do a lot and get away.
That's what I'm saying.
God, they don't even have that. They don't have qualified immunity.
This is the real truth.
But
you know why they don't have qualified
like y'all are
immunity?
saying, they're not listening to that.
They can still be held accountable.
Hey, they can. You are very correct. They can be held accountable. You are correct.
They don't have
But you got to know how to play your position. That's what it all boils down to.
In order for them to have,
because you know what?
I'm sorry.
Lorenzo, for you to be a foreigner here on the land and having to find out everything in America the hard way, majority of the people in America, they don't know anything about this.
No, but this is what it is, sister. Sister, this is what the problem is,
the hard way themselves.
This is what the problem is, right? We need to start from here.
I'm finding it out the hard way, y'all.
What?
I'm trying to tell y'all.
Well, just listen so you can learn. Just listen so you can learn.
What is the relationship between a slave and a slave owner? Is it by consent or by conquest? Which is it?
Conquest.
It depends on the contract.
No. I'm talking between a slave and a slave owner.
You know everybody black.
I don't know, because it's different kinds. It's different kinds.
No. I'm talking back in I'm talking back in the days.
Are you talking about the chattel one or the chattel one?
Where the slave, it was by conquest. It was by conquest, by force. You do it or you die. Now the question I want to ask you all, what is the relationship between citizens and government? Is it by conquest or it is by consent?
That's, you know
conquest, of course, because everything's being forced on
conquest. You. I ain't gonna call it conquest. You know what I'm gonna call it? I'm gonna call it invasion. Because the history that was taught, remember they did a reconstruction.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of things when you look at these walls and all that.
Yeah.
They go outside of what you see here. You see what I'm saying? So when we know that at one point they called this whole planet under a certain name. Or, yeah, it's a planet, you know, because it was a plan. But it was under one name. But no matter where, you know, south, north, west, east, it existed a particular people. Now, you had another faction of the people that was with these particular people that did genetic shit and created a particular people. That was your invasion. It ain't had nothing to do with no goddamn coming from Africa shit. Your whole planet was invaded. That's what people don't see.
Is the brother from North Carolina still on here? Is he South or North Carolina?
Who you talking about?
Oh. I think he was. Someone was on here talking about
South Carolina. He said South Carolina.
Do you have any issues with the courts and all of that?
Well, no, me. I don't even go to court.
Somebody was on here talking about they need help and all of that. I'm trying to find out what's going on.
No, he lives in Georgia. He lives in Georgia.
I live in Georgia too.
Mac?
But Mac is in Georgia.
Mac lives in Georgia too.
This guy Mac Migo right here, he needs some help.
No, like seriously.
I was sending you a direct message, Mac Mingo. I was like, your case needs to be mitigated. Let's dig into that because you're dealing with the system oppressing you, and I think that we should hear what you have to say so we can help you fight
exactly.
But let me ask this question, Mac. Let me ask this question. How long ago, Mac, was your case, or is it still going on?
It's still going on, like it's just disorderly conduct and it's fucking family violence. I wasn't even there. Like the woman I was dealing with said something to the police and I wasn't even there.
Mac, I'm pound around. I've been accused of disorderly conduct before. I've won in court. You have to claim your case. I'm trying to direct message you. Everybody's going to talk about it right now, but like cops are full of shit. All you have to do is say, you know, this isn't what the court wants to prosecute. This is not the reason the law was written, and I should not be found guilty of this crime. We will continue after this, but let everybody If anybody's got to say, let's talk about Mac's case for a second,
bro. I plead to it. I accept it.
Well, that's where you messed up at.
Mark, you already had a hearing.
You don't you don't hear nothing. You know what?
No, what I'm saying is that have you been arraigned? Have you got your court appearance already?
Yeah, I accepted it, bro. I accepted everything that they gave to me.
Oh no!
Years.
No,
wait a minute. Hold on.
I have a year in the state of Georgia. You have a year to dispute.
No, you don't have nothing.
Mark,
wait a minute. Everybody,
Mark, what county are you in? What county is that?
I'm in Gwinnett.
What you in?
Henry County.
You are in Gwinnett County now.
hold on, everybody.
Yeah,
Okay.
the charges out of Henry County.
All right, look. It's
Can I
y'all
say?
use certain words. Explain to him what you means in law.
I want to have a quick
A
moment
person
here.
that owes a debt to the United States.
Mac has
I have
entered
a
the
year
situation.
to dispute the charges if I feel like my human rights and
You not.
my constitutional rights was.
No,
Mark.
You don't have no
Sit here and go in my inbox and let me know what's going on so I can sit there and get a lawyer.
No, you don't need a lawyer, Mark. You don't.
lawyer.
You don't need one.
But no,
Mark, I want you to
I
listen
will
to
pay
me.
for one because I know what they did is wrong.
Mark,
Pay for one.
Mark, I want you to listen to me. Mark, I'm going to send you a document. Whatever plea you put in there, we are going to vacate the plea, and then we are going to send a motion to reconsider, and then we bring it back to arraignment. That's what I'm going to do for you.
Send it to me, bro. I just did it 3 months ago. I got a whole year.
Mac,
Wait, what did you do
Lorenzo
3 months
is
ago?
gonna
I got a
try
year to
dismiss your
dispute
case. But what I can try to do for you
Mark,
is
I'm going to get you a motion to vacate whatever plea you entered, number one, and then we are going to send in a motion to reconsider, and
Where
we
you
are
at,
bringing
Lorenzo?
it back to the
Lorenzo,
beginning.
where you at?
Yes.
What state you in? You in Georgia?
I live in Ackworth in Cherokee County.
In Georgia?
Yep, I live in Georgia.
They
Man,
got
come on, let's meet up, bro. You could be my lawyer. You could be my.
No, you don't need a lawyer. Let me tell you exactly what it is.
No,
It don't work like that. You gotta stand on your own feet. They got
And
you
Mark.
to prosecute.
Mark, you don't need a lawyer because the state is an illusion, right?
I got
And the state
money,
is
though, bro. I got money. I don't care, but I'm just trying to get this shit over with.
Mark, I don't charge people to help them for court cases. I do it for free. It's knowledge. I don't charge.
Man, help me, brother. Like
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking to you right now.
Can I say one thing though?
Yeah, so you guys follow each other and y'all message each other behind the scenes and y'all can work something out.
Let's cool. Come on up there, man.
And I want Mark to come back on this platform and tell you all how good of a job that was done and how they are going to let him
Man,
free.
I'm still here. I talk to Shay all the time. Like me and Shay.
Yep.
Like we locked in. Me and
I
Shay.
got this though. The reason why I'm saying what I'm saying, I'm going to tell you all is this all I figured it out in 2018. This thing that people go around thinking that the government have jurisdiction is a cancer to the system. So I went to the governor's office downtown. I went and saw the state attorney of Georgia. So I was asking, because I asked from the courts, the judges, district attorney, nobody could give me the answer. This thing that you all call jurisdiction, what is it? Where does it come from and how does it work? I went to the governor's office and sat down with the state attorney. I went and asked the state attorney, this jurisdiction, is it magical? How does it work and where do you all acquire it from? Do you know what the state attorney of Georgia told me? It is a blunt assertion of power.
What is
what I was told.
Assumption and presumption.
No.
Basically.
Jurisdiction is a blunt assertion. Assert accession of power.
What I'm going through,
Can I have a moment?
Lorenzo.
Congressional question. I do a congressional question. Is this the intent and purpose of Congress passing this? You see, the agency, that's why they did the Chevron difference that everybody talks about. They didn't get the right, the agency didn't get the right to interpret the law.
Brother,
They can't take your part.
brother, nobody gives rights and nobody takes rights. Another human being cannot give
I
rights
got
to
a
another
year to
human.
sit here and figure this out. If I feel like my constitutional rights were violated, that
They got a
was
law library, brother.
So
They got a law
can
library.
somebody help me? Y'all steady going back and forth like.
I was gonna say, can I
Mark,
have 2 minutes?
I'm trying to inbox you privately. I want to give you my phone number and everything for you to reach me.
Yeah, so we ain't gonna be able to solve it all tonight on the live, Mac. So
I was
that's the
gonna
best
say,
thing
can
to do.
I just have a minute?
I need some help. Like I'm begging y'all for help. Like,
Yeah,
No,
but
no,
this is
no,
what he's
Mark,
saying.
this is what
That's
I
what he's
do.
saying.
Mark, this is what I do, right? I do role play. So what I do is that I've been to court so many times. So I face judges, I talk to judges, I go in there, I defend myself. So what I do,
I'm about to inbox you.
when I
Yes,
give you
do
my
that.
information, we are going to be doing role play at least 30 minutes on a daily basis. You be the defendant, I be the judge. And I teach you, I put you on some game on how to get into court and kick asses. That is what I
love
do.
it. I love it. I love it.
Mac, I'm also
I'm gonna have to get your number too, Lorenzo.
I fought the American system. It sounds like Cool has all the verbiage in the federal side and the state versus federal side. If you have a civil charge, if you have a civil charge with the state that you want to be found innocent or non-contextual or dismissed, I can do it. Cool has the big side. He sounds like he's ready to go to the Supreme Court and fight his case. But if you want to play their game and end it quickly, I have done it, unfortunately, too many times myself. We can both help you in different ways.
Do you know what's so sweet about it all? I live in Cherokee County in Georgia. The judges called all the city and county police and gave them my information.
So you can help them in a big way.
Never to mess with me. So they pull me over and they give me only warning tickets for the past 6 years in my county. They don't mess with me. I don't go
federal
law.
Lorenzo, just help me. I will pay you.
No. I mean, like, I don't charge.
I know you
but
say you ain't want
take your
money, but I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna pay you. I have money. I have.
Well, don't
a
say
lot
pay
of
you.
money.
Just say give them a donation.
No.
I
I let people donate to me, but I don't charge them. I let you use your discretion. I don't charge.
I have a lot of
That's something you guys can work out behind the scenes.
Yeah, I don't charge.
Yeah, dude. We're here to help you. Hey, Mac, can you just spend...
The first thing you need to do in the court is know where they go in error. So you want to go ahead and challenge this nonsense that they gave up to you. The first thing you need to do is give them a notice of fraud in the court. Right? That's the first thing you got to get.
I'm about to inbox you too.
You gotta give them a notice of fraud in the court.
Man, help me. I don't understand that. Like, help me.
Mark, the notice of the fraud in the court, you gotta take your time because your help comes with listening, and that's the part where you gotta do first in order for you to get the help. The first thing you gotta do is put fraud in the court. It's referred to the situation where material misrepresentation of facts was happening. The next thing you want to do, right, is show that the people that actually brought the allegation does not have first-hand knowledge. So you're going to use the federal rules in which bind them as well. Because you know why you use the federal rules? Because the federal government is the only one that actually have a treaty contract. None of the state can have treaty contract. So since they have no treaty contract and they're incorporated with the federal government through the treaty principle and running the law, the treaty supersede the federal government laws supersede their laws.
I don't care who. I don't mean to interrupt. cool, but
You gotta try to hear me out sometimes, man. You've been trying to.
Whoever will help me, I'm gonna pay y'all. I swear to God.
Let me say, you gotta say that.
I'm not looking for a
You gotta say
payout.
donation
It
on
doesn't
Say
matter.
donation.
Like
I
I
can
will
help
sit
you.
there, man. I just don't want to go through this here. Like I will pay y'all, bro.
No, Mac, message me. I will give you all my tips and advice. No money.
I did. I messaged you, pal.
Okay, cool. I'm new to. I was gonna say Snapchat. I'm new to.
Mark, did you message me?
TikTok.
Yes, I messaged all y'all.
Okay, let me.
I will pay all y'all. Money is not a problem.
Hey,
Like,
Mac,
I got a lot of money. I got a lot of money.
Mac.
I know y'all saying it ain't about money, but man,
Wait a minute, guys. Can I take 2 minutes?
You know,
May I have 2 minutes?
Go ahead.
Okay, Mac, I'm very curious about your case. We don't know what you were accused of. We don't know.
Yeah, but he might not want to talk about all of that on here.
No,
so he
yeah,
might
that
want
would
to
be fair
talk
to
about
talk
it
with him
behind
on
the
the
scenes. So
backside.
that's going to be up to him if he wants to go into
Just said
details
what he
about
was
anything.
accused of. There's a situation
Yes.
he wasn't there, and they accused him that he was there, and he
bro,
wasn't
it's
there.
magistrate. Y'all keep muting me. It's magistrate. Like it's simple. I don't want to